I have to be careful what I say because the guy down the road, farmer, he owns all this, which is, okay. And they threatened to burn my house down years ago because I said I don't know much of this stuff, I should say.
So we went to Canada. Quite literally, portions of our trip. Stop signs turned to French. No longer miles per hour, it's kilometers per hour. And while this is true, we did it legally. So we were on Indian reservation land that actually a portion of it is in a part of Quebec. Other than that, though, we were on the American side, exploring all the little dead-end roads and back roads and farmland and woods that encompass our U.S.-Canadian border the whole way up through Vermont. We got so many different perspectives. So many people are honestly terrified to speak out about some of the things that are going on because they're scared of repercussions, whether it be from organized crime. There's a lot of reports of property owners taking bribes, and drug smuggling and human smuggling, and things are very bad at our northern border right now, and people are crying out about it. They are tired of what's happening there. It's not like we've seen at the southern border with the amount of numbers, but the increase in the crossings over the past few years, it's gone up like 843%. And that is massive for these people that their backyard is the border. They're dealing with this right now. And a lot of them are scared to speak out. The ones that I did speak with, this interview that is about to follow, you'll see he asked that his identity be concealed. And for good reason. He has had harm already wished upon him. He has been threatened. Yet he stands tall and he will continue to call the Border Patrol. He will continue to be on his guard about what's going on there. And there's so many more like him. So we just want to continue to expose the real truth, because you're not going to see these stories on the mainstream media. So make sure that you stay tuned in so that you can catch all the different perspectives. And to do that, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and we appreciate all of you. Let's go ahead and embrace this vital narrative. All right, so I'm here. You don't say your name because we're going to conceal your identity. So, okay, what do you want to share with me?
Well, there's a lot of, I don't want to use profanity words. There's a lot of illegals that come across here, and I've actually seen stuff happen, and I've had it recorded on our cameras that we have, and it doesn't seem like anything's being done. I haven't seen anything lately, but this was like 3-4 months ago, when this car parked down there next to the hedgerow. And the car was across the border here. The guy came out, he had a flashlight, and apparently they must have called each other, and he flicked his flashlight. The BMW came up here, turned around, and then backed up here, and then that guy took off. This guy took off with the kid, probably 3 or 4 years old. And prior to that, there was this, I don't know if she was Chinese, Japanese, whatever. Asian, yeah, I would say that, yeah. She came jogging across, like, I didn't even know where she came from, but she was just jogging along. Yeah, natural thing, like, you ain't gonna expect nothing in this BMW. I don't know if it was the same color or not, because the one that picked up the little girl was a BMW, but I couldn't tell what color it was because it was
just, oh yeah, and it was all the way down.
Like I said, got right down next to that house on the left, and then the little girl, the guy brought the little girl across, that BMW backed up, picked her up, took off. Same with the Asian.
By those bushes. Wow. So now these are just things you've experienced. What about your neighbors, things like that? Have you heard anything else that other people have experienced right around here?
Yeah. I have to be careful what I say because the guy down the road, farmer, he owns all this, which is, okay. And they threatened to burn my house down years ago because I said I don't know much of this stuff, I should say.
Well, again, we're going to conceal your identity, so, the only thing I would say is just leave out things that can be connected.
Yeah, okay. Well, then that's probably what I should leave it at. Okay. Just that, because if you mention neighbor, they're going to know who it is.
Back to you. So, as far as...
Okay, that's what I've seen with my own eyes. Yeah. Sure. Like I said, one was during the day, the little girl was at...
Okay. And was the little girl, she was carried by...
Yeah, she had a backpack, and then the guy from over here just threw her on the driver's side, threw her in, he took off. He took off. Okay,
somebody, right? So it was just a...
Just a little, I would say a little kid, but I don't know if it was a guy. I'm assuming it looked like a little
girl. Now, if I've ever looked into human trafficking, I would say that's very suspect. Yeah. I mean, 3-year-old coming across by herself.
Yeah, I don't know if the father or somebody was already over here.
Knows, or, is she just a piece of property to some people,
Or who
knows? Well,
a lot of most have been going on here, but said the guy that said, Mom, this is what you're here.
Appreciate you. Well, I was just over, so if you go up road and then that next right, the next road over that runs you to the border with the road closed, I talked to a guy over there who says he owns a farm. He owns all the woods and everything, the whole way out, basically to I think the
okay,
all that. And he said that he hasn't seen anything for a few months, but he knows some of his neighbors has had hits on trail cams and stuff like that. He says that Border Patrol has been down digging around, walking through his fields.
I've even up the Border Patrol year past year. One of them, Vegas, Jose. And he was a friend of mine, and I talked to him a lot. We try to find out what's going on, but even he says it's pointless. And I told him that he arrested Mr. Henry twice. Oh wow. Yeah, and another agent come along, talked to him, and released him. So, and then they were saying that my supervisor said if you see anything out of the ordinary with Mr. Henry, just ignore it. Yeah.
Stuff like that. Oh, wow. So just...
This guy's above the fucking law.
Don't do nothing. Yeah.
Wow. I never thought that was possible.
Do you think that there's... And again, I don't want to connect anything and have your identity be compromised, but do you think that there are farms in the area that are utilizing people coming across the border for work? Yeah, because what's the incentive, I guess? Or are they being paid off to kind of, a bribe? Look, we're going to...
That's all I would say. And it's more of a bribe sort of thing. Okay.
Use your land. Yeah. All right. That's very good to know. And actually, that makes sense because I talked to a lady, this was still in New York, but very rural farmland, sort of same thing. And basically, she said that one of the people the Border Patrol apprehended there had a ton of cash in his pockets. Yeah. So, was that and that's exactly what she thought was that was, with the intention to bribe.
Yep. There's some that can be, he can't be bribed. Yeah. But he's getting to the point now, he said, I just put in my time and it's pointless for me to try to arrest
property owner. Yeah, why go above and beyond if it's just
anybody, you're all paperwork and it doesn't amount to nothing. You see them on the back down the street. They just will
be pointless. Yep, from what I'm told, even if the Border Patrol, they come across the border, a lot of times they'll come across the border, the ones that want to get caught. They'll come across, they'll call 911 or, you know, we're in the woods, come pick us up.
Right.
And then what happens is they slap an ankle bracelet on them and give them a court date. And then from what I'm told and from what I've seen, a lot of them just go and snip, snip, cut it off and bon voyage,
Yep.
you know? Who knows?
Release 'em. Yep.